Isabel, it's been a summer really of ramping up verbal and physical attacks on the LGBT community. This from July, the first ever Pride March held in a Polish city, greeted by violence on the streets when counter-demonstrators clashed with those marching for equality, the police arresting several right-wing activists. Earlier in July, we saw the publication of these stickers, anti-LGBT, LGBT free zone stickers published by a conservative newspaper for their readers to print and, to take and to publicly display. Then, at the beginning of August, we saw comments from the Archbishop of Krakow at a sermon commemorating the Warsaw Uprising. He used that occasion to describe LGBT as a rainbow plague, akin to ideological moves onto the country like communism in the past. This is Poland in 2019, and people there are afraid. That is what we've been hearing from a number of people in the LGBT community, many of whom didn't want to show their faces. They're scared to put their faces on television, on the media, in case they are targeted. Now, one of those who did speak to us is Marek. He is a councillor, Marek Scholz. He's a councillor in Warsaw, one of the country's few openly gay politicians. He describes this climate this summer as a deteriorating one in which people are increasingly feeling afraid. This is what he said to us.
Well, I'm one of the few openly gay politicians in Poland. We have lost the feeling that we are equal, that we are protected by the state. And even though in theory we are in the middle of Europe, in a European country in the EU, we have lost this support. We have lost this very basic infrastructure that every human being should have in a democratic state.
Well, this is Magda. She's one of the most influential LGBT campaigners in the country. We also reached out to her for her reaction on these latest comments. She led protests against the Archbishop. She gave us some more thoughts, but she does have some hope for the future.
We don't feel safe, to be honest. For me, for example, it was always obvious that I have some kind of rainbow, the things on me, like a bag or like a pins. And now I'm thinking if it's safe to wear something like this. But I always looking for good sides when it comes to what is happening now. And I think that the big outrage, I hope that it's like the moment of change really important for our country.
People are laying a lot of the blame at the feet of the ruling governing party, the Law and Justice Party. Their Minister for Aid actually went on television defending the Archbishop. We reached out to the party. No comment for us as of Wednesday night. But you can see, Isabel, with elections in the autumn in Poland, that this kind of rhetoric, these concerns, well, they're not going to go away.